As the sun dipped below the horizon, the River Thames shimmered with golden light, casting a warm glow on the weathered wood of Old Tom's small fishing boat. Gently rocking beneath the iconic Tower Bridge, the vessel felt like a sanctuary amid the bustling city noises above. Old Tom, with his sun-kissed skin etched by years of salt and wind, leaned against the side of the boat, eyes lost in the undulating water. He could hear the faint echoes of laughter and chatter drifting from the crowded bridge, but to him there was solace here, in the quiet whispers of the river. The bridge loomed tall and proud, its blue and white towers a constant in his storied life, a witness to countless memories both joyful and sorrowful. As the last rays of light faded and the first stars began to twinkle, a calm enveloped him, for beneath the surface of the water lay secrets waiting to be uncovered, stories yearning to be told. Old Tom settled into the familiar rhythm of his day, casting his net into the calm waters of the Thames with practiced ease. Each motion was second nature to the seasoned fisherman, a dance he performed beneath the watchful gaze of Tower Bridge. The soft creaking of the boat and the gentle lapping of the water against its hull were the soundtrack to his solitary existence. Time felt irrelevant here, as if it flowed as freely as the river itself. As he pulled up his net, Old Tom savored the peace of the moment, the birds wheeling overhead and the distant hum of the city barely disturbing the tranquility he cherished. The bridge loomed large above him, a steadfast companion through the years, witnessing seasons change and lives ebb and flow. It was in these quiet moments that he felt most connected to the stories the river held, an endless reservoir of memories that shaped not only his life but countless lives before him. Old Tom leaned back in his creaky boat, letting the gentle sway of the Thames cradle him as he gazed up at the majestic Tower Bridge. The sun cast its golden light on the iconic blue and white towers, illuminating not just the structure, but also the tapestry of memories it held. For Tom, the bridge was far more than bricks and steel. It stood as a witness to the tapestry of his life. He recalled the joyful shouts of children running across its walkways, their laughter mingling with the honking horns of passing boats. It had seen moments of youth and laughter, but also shadows of loss and longing. The bridge bore the weight of time, much like Old Tom himself. Each story entwined his heart with the river, drawing parallels between the currents below and the ebbs and flows of his own experiences, reminding him that both joy and sorrow were essential threads in the fabric of life. As Old Tom's net glided through the water, he felt the rhythm of the river seep into his bones. Each splash echoed memories, stories that mingled with the murmur of the Thames. With the sun casting playful shadows across the surface, he reminisced about moments etched in time. He thought of the young couple he had rescued from a capsizing boat, their laughter ringing out like chimes against the backdrop of the bustling city. The bridge above him had witnessed such magic, each arch a keeper of secrets. Old Tom's voice softened as he recalled the joyful reunion of the couple, their grateful smiles brightening the gray sky. Above, the city moved relentlessly forward, yet beneath the bridge, life paused. With every ripple and breeze, he could sense the whispers of others who had crossed paths with fate under its sturdy towers, a tapestry woven from love, loss, and the unyielding passage of time. The distant rumble of thunder began to roll across the horizon, reverberating like a heartbeat through the stillness of the river. Old Tom glanced upwards, watching gray clouds gather ominously above Tower Bridge, their heavy silhouettes a stark contrast to the fading light. The air turned electric, charged with the scent of rain and the promise of something wild. He tightened his grip on the net, suddenly aware of nature's shifting moods, feeling both excitement and trepidation gnawing at his gut. The city above buzzed on, oblivious to the impending storm brewing over the river. Yet beneath the surface, a ripple of unease stirred, matching the rhythm of his own thoughts. As the first drops of rain began to pelt the water, Old Tom found a curious solace in the swelling tension. This moment felt significant, a reminder of how quickly life could change, even beneath the steadfast arches of the bridge he had come to know so well. As Old Tom resumed his calm routine, the river's gentle sway suddenly transformed into a curious tug on his net. He hadn't felt anything like it in years. It was not the nimble swim of a fish, but something more substantial, something that whispered of mystery from beneath the murky waters of the Thames. His heart raced with anticipation as he tightened his grip, pulling against the weight below. The sound of splashing water echoed in rhythm with the distant crackle of thunder, an unsettling yet thrilling symphony. With every turn of his weathered hands, he felt a growing connection to the unknown. What lay on the other side of this pull? As he hoisted the net closer, the silhouette of an old trunk emerged from the depths, encrusted with barnacles that glistened like forgotten jewels. Old Tom paused, curiosity igniting in his chest, knowing that what he had caught might change the course of this particular fishing trip forever. As Old Tom examined the ragged net, a sense of anticipation filled the air. With a sturdy pull, he hoisted the barnacle-encrusted trunk aboard, its wooden frame weathered yet resilient, as if it had fought through the ages alongside the great tower bridge above. His heart quickened at the prospect of uncovering its secrets, the sounds of the city dimming, replaced by the gentle lapping of the Thames against his boat. He opened the trunk with a soft creak, and the smell of damp wood and nostalgia wafted up to greet him. Inside, hidden amidst a tangle of seaweed, he found a collection of items: a delicate locket shimmering with a forgotten luster, unopened letters yellowed with time, and an artist's palette splattered with remnants of vibrant colors. Each piece felt alive, whispering its stories, begging to be rediscovered. As he traced his fingers over the objects, Old Tom's imagination soared, ready to breathe new life into their silent histories. As Old Tom carefully opened the trunk, the musty smell of damp wood mingled with the fresh scent of rain-soaked air. He revealed a shimmering locket that caught the fading sunlight, a delicate reminder of love once cherished. Its surface bore intricate engravings, hinting at stories locked within. Next, he unearthed a bundle of faded letters, their edges yellowed, whispering secrets from a time long past. The ink, though smudged, held the fervent strokes of a heart yearning for connection. With each item he examined, Old Tom's imagination ignited, weaving tales of lost lovers and dreams deferred. He pictured a passionate painter, standing beneath the arches of Tower Bridge, brush in hand, yearning to capture the essence of life around them. Their dreams, he mused, perhaps washed away like the letters that spoke of promises made and broken at the water's edge. Each treasured item felt like a heartbeat, echoing against the gentle lap of the Thames. Old Tom gently cradled the faded artist's palette in his weathered hands, the dried smudges of color whispering secrets of long-lost inspiration. As he examined the chipped edges, he envisioned a passionate painter who once stood on the riverbanks, eyes wide with dreams. Underneath the towering arches of Tower Bridge, perhaps the artist poured their heart onto canvas, capturing the vibrant life of the city around them, each stroke a moment frozen in time. The hum of the bustling streets above contrasted sharply with the stillness of the river, a reminder of the disconnect between dreams and reality. With each gentle sway of the boat, Old Tom felt the weight of unfulfilled ambitions echoing in his heart. He imagined the heartache that must have ensued when the painter's muse faded away, the colors turning to dull memories. As the storm brewed ominously in the distance, Old Tom could sense the unresolved tales intertwining with the essence of the river, waiting to be released. As Old Tom's imagination meandered, he envisioned a sailor, eyes alight with dreams of horizons unfurling like sails in the wind. This sailor, perhaps a former resident of London, had felt the pull of the sea, a calling that echoed louder than any love song. He could see the young man standing at the water's edge, waves lapping at his boots, envisioning the grand adventures that awaited him beyond the familiar banks of the Thames. The sounds of the gentle lap of water morphed into the roar of the ocean, the salty breeze replacing the city's damp air. With each stroke of his brush, the sailor painted boats he longed to sail, distant shores he yearned to touch. Yet beneath his painterly illusions lay a loneliness, a longing for connection that was as vast as the sea itself. Ultimately, Tom felt the weight of this man's unfulfilled dreams resonate within him, stirred by the tension of the brewing storm, as thunder rumbled ominously, echoing the sailor's restless heart. As the storm brewed in the distance, dark clouds rolled across the London skyline, casting an ominous shadow over Old Tom's tranquil haven beneath Tower Bridge. The gentle lap of the Thames transformed into restless swells, echoing the turbulence in his heart. Old Tom tightened his grip on the boat's edge, the raw energy of nature awakening a profound awareness within him. He sensed the river's pulse quickening, resonating with untold stories yearning to surface. Each flash of lightning illuminated fragments of his past, the joy of saving lives, the bittersweet memories wrapped in laughter. Yet the encroaching chaos felt different. It carried the weight of surrender. As the thunder rolled like an ancient drum, he recognized that the end of one story often leads to the beginning of another. Old Tom took a deep breath, feeling the storm's power in his bones, both anxious and liberated, as he faced the tempest and the myriad connections it carried. As the storm grew closer, a realization washed over Old Tom, intertwining with the rhythm of the river. The clutter of forgotten items in the trunk, a shimmering locket, fragile letters, an artist's palette, spoke to him, whispers of souls who had once danced in the shadows of Tower Bridge. Each piece bore the weight of untold stories, fragments of love and heartbreak that transcended time. With a heart buoyed by understanding, he glanced at the storm darkening the horizon, recognizing that these relics were not just remnants, they were a part of the river's narrative. In that moment, letting go became an act of grace. Old Tom leaned over the gunwales, feeling the cool droplets of rain kiss his skin as he released the trunk back into the Thames. He watched with a sense of calm, honoring the histories it carried, trusting that the water would cradle its secrets and allow the stories to flow on, transforming as they danced with the tides. The storm unleashed its fury as dark clouds rumbled overhead while rain pummeled the small fishing boat. Old Tom felt the world around him transform into a blur of chaos. The river roared, and the wind howled with an urgency that echoed through his bones. Yet, amidst the tempest, a strange tranquility washed over him, his spirit flooded with a sense of liberation. He had made the decision to return the trunk to the depths, entrusting its stories to the arms of the Thames. As he watched the water engulf the old, barnacle-adorned trunk, memories of the painter and sailor danced in his mind, woven with threads of love and loss. The trunk sank slowly, creating ripples that spread across the surface, each wave a testament to the dreams it held. In that moment of release, a surge of serenity enveloped him, whispering that some stories find peace only when they return to their origins.